So, in the development of this activity, I learned that UV light is not used as often to disinfect or to get rid of microorganisms due to its cost when compared to hydrogen peroxide solutions or bleach-based solutions. As for the second question, I don't think that I had to overcome any personal challenges. Well, perhaps the fact that I get very frustrated when I find articles online or forums or chat rooms where people discuss and they say that, I don't know, UV light doesn't work or it's part of a conspiracy to control you and make you pay taxes or stuff like that. Mostly to not get frustrated because of that. And how do I contribute to society by doing this? Well, I think that it's by spreading knowledge and by and actually spreading that knowledge through the scientific method and through an investigation that dives deep into scientific documents, a query of sorts, helps to spread knowledge and helps combat ignorance and to, well, make people safer during this pandemic.
I learned from this activity that some people are immediately prone to believing in something that is presented as a solution to them to a problem. But this is sometimes not the case, and it may be sometimes intentionally misleading. And so if we are not skeptic and capable of critically thinking, we may be misled into believing something and applying that recommendation, which may very well damage us or trick us into basically expanding that recommendation. Consider the internet a personal challenge because since it has a lot of information that may be interpreted incorrectly or intentionally misleading, we have to be able to determine which information is factual and trustworthy. And so to overcome this challenge, I asked myself which authors published that information, for what purpose, for what audience, and in which date was it published. Contribution to society was providing information that claims that while UV light is a practical method for the disinfection of surfaces and locations, if we use it on ourselves, it might bring more serious consequences than being affected by COVID-19.
In this project, I learned a lot. I learned how to work more coordinate with a team, and thanks to my teammates, I learned new grammatical terms and vocabulary which I didn't know because of my lack of it. Furthermore, I learned how to separate and organize myself to work effectively. My personal challenge was that I didn't know and barely know my teammates, so it was difficult to talk to them with confidence. I confronted by just listening them and giving them ideas and opinions of what I thought it would be better for the job. We contribute to the society with data that help the citizens to think that there are manners to confront the virus as the UV light, but there is dangerous and effective as the same way.
From this project, I learned the biggest issue that we can find inside of us, which is our mentality in the situation. In this case, in COVID-19. Because if we have a weak mentality, every live from TV or on the internet is going to affect us, instead of go and search if it is real. I personally didn't know how to edit. Ironically, that was the work that I had to learn with some help by my dad. And actually, I really enjoyed it. It was the exposing of the COVID-19 myths. Because, as I already mentioned, a society without the right information is a society that is living in a different reality than it really is, causing death and mental issues. In other words, I transmitted a correct mentality that makes people analyze instead of react. For in this way, find the right solution of any situation. Thank you.
Well, from this activity, I learned a lot of things, especially about if the questions I had were true or false. The one I focused the most was if ultraviolet light can kill coronavirus, and there I had a big challenge to face that was about information. Some sources say yes, other no, no, but you can kill it on source on other stuff. You can use it on humans, and there was a lot of confusion with information, and that was a big challenge I need to face. And how we contribute to society is that our team, we go ahead and investigate about different myths and give a correct answer to that questions. So, well, we help on that. And I think this was a really cool activity, especially because of the topic we are talking about. And yeah, it was really good and I like it.